If you're ready, we are ready for the easy Turkish breakfast. Done about in 20 minutes to half an hour. Yes. Turkish breakfast goes best with Turkish tea. What's the difference of Turkish tea? Normally an Earl Grey or very dense teas are coming from cultures which, the leaves are very strong. But the tea of Turkish tea is not grown in a subtropical climate, but rather in the Black Sea region, which is like humid but quite cold. So the leaves are not that strong and leaves are smaller like this. This tea has to be brewed at least 15 minutes so that it can get its taste out. And the brewing do not happen just by pouring hot water, and because in 15 minutes it's gonna get cold. So we have something called demlik. The brewing takes time, but it happens slowly and surely, making the whole kitchen smell the perfect smell of the tea. And this is usually how it's done. But this video subject is easy Turkish breakfast. Of course, we Turkish people turned it into these special packs. These are not for each glass, but this is for demlik like this. We put it in, we put the hot water like this.
When you do this, water should be boiling.
Yeah, if not, then gray foam starts to come up. And I put some more water. And this is actually my brewing pot. Yeah, I do it with Karaca. I'm not sure whether it's sold in UK or Germany. I'll check and I'll write. When it starts to brew, I do not turn up the heat very much. I turn it to the lowest. And in 15 minutes, which I do the rest of the food, everything's gonna be ready. In Turkish breakfast, we have something called the tomatoes. And they are really, really important. When you cut a tomato, the inside, it has to be red and it shouldn't be, really big. My parents used to diskin the tomatoes, but it's food waste, it's greatness going to the bin. I don't like it, so I'm just gonna dice the tomatoes in big chunks. Tomato has umami inside, but the umami gets developed in the last minute. So if the tomato is not ripe like this, it's not red, there are whitenesses in the middle, then the taste of the tomato slightly drops. Hop. And this tomato juice is very valuable. So what I do, I put it in with the help of my cutting board. For the tomato to get its taste out, very, very, very important is a bit of salt. To the bottom as well. Mix it a little and a bit of olive oil.
That's not a bit.
It is a bit, it's just like this. We can put some, if you like, thyme, rosemary, but as itself, and now it's summer, it doesn't need that. And a similar thing that we're gonna do is for the cucumbers. These are called çengelköy actually, and çengelköy is like small cucumbers, incredibly tasty. Unlike the French, we like eating the middle seed parts as well. As you can hear, it is incredibly crunchy.
I think at the old times we had bigger cucumbers.
There are still bigger cucumbers, but this small version became really, really popular. Çengelköy is actually another Bosphorus village. This Kuzguncuk, it's a Bosphorus village, as you can see, really close to the Bosphorus. It used to be like small villages with rivers in the middle. Kuzguncuk is one. Another neighboring one is called Çengelköy, which is with a walk, it's a 20 minutes walk from here. They used to supply the cucumbers of Istanbul from there. Again, a bit of salt, a bit of olive oil. To this, I'm also gonna add a bit of lemon. I'm going to use few drops. I just cut it like this. Voila. And if its color is not sufficient and you want to look that you have worked too hard for the thing, you add a bit of nigella. Suddenly, it feels as if you put a lot of effort. Now, the second thing is then for the greens, we have beautiful rockets. Rockets are almost passing in the season, but crunchy good rockets are always good. A bit of parsley could go here. We like eating our greens in the breakfast with some cheese. I'm not a big dill fan in breakfast, but Burak is, so this is for you, Burak. We have the peppers. And peppers are incredibly crunchy. And to this greenness, I didn't have walnuts, but I had this mix of nuts, so I'm putting some nuts around. Cashews are not usually ours. I'm just putting what I found. And some maybe dried things like apricots or mulberry could get in as well. Cheese, I'm not going to do much. Turkish cheese are different from the French. We have more fresher cheese. Like this cheese is called white cheese, known in the world, unfortunately, just like feta, but it's a little different than feta. I think because of the EU, we cannot export it. When you come to Istanbul, you should go to a charcuterie, not a supermarket, and get the best feta. This is called tulum from Erzincan. It's like clotted cheese, but aged for a while. And what is this? This is Parmigiano of Turkey, maybe called İzmir tulum, another type of tulum, which is kind of like a aged white cheese kind of thing. As you can see from the color, as it gets yellow, it becomes like older. And we wrap it in these wraps so that they stay longer time. So we have those three, and together with that, we can put some kaşar, which is another,
It's for Turkish toast. Do it as another episode.
Easier breakfast would be toast. So, okay, this cheese, what I do always, because it's like the clotted cheese, like squeeze, I do this so that everyone can get it easily. And because these are fresher cheese, we eat much more than French do in terms of the amount. So what we do not put it in just chunks. They do it in just chunks and don't slice the cheese because they are really, really valuable and they're eaten slowly. But in Turkey, we finish this in a breakfast. So we prepare a few slices ready to take. This is it. Then we have olives. Turkey is the #1 olive eater, and it's because of the breakfasts. In the breakfast, we eat at least 10 olives a day or something. We can eat it plain like this, or you want to make it fancier. We put dried oregano, you can use the fresh one, a bit of maybe chilies like this, and always a bit of more olive oil for the taste to merge. For the green olives, something I love doing, I think my team also loves doing, with the green olives, putting a bit of lemon, a bit of olive oil, and one garlic like this, gets in, and some coriander. For the coriander to have its taste, I'm going to put it on my board. I'm going to crack it a bit. This way, the taste increases.
That's something amazing. And if you can't finish it at that breakfast, keep this and it gets better and better.
Yeah,
and
you
better
can eat this at least for a week, yes. It becomes really nice. Or sometimes you dip your simit in it, then the olive oil and the lemon finishes, add some olive oil and some lemon, and then continue using it. These are also ready. Then, of course, in a great Turkish breakfast, you have to have some bread. Anatolia is where the bread has been invented. This is simit, as good as a bread can get, I believe. We eat it plainly, we warm it up. We have the recipe on the channel. Probably we were the first people in whole Turkey who did simit at home. Before then, everyone thought it cannot be done at home. We have cracked the ways of doing this beautiful thing at home. And plus, I have here poğaças. These are beautiful poğaças. Luckily, we can buy these kind of poğaças now in stores. I'll show you how the inside is. It has a bit of fat, flour, maybe a bit of yogurt, baking powder,
Sometimes
and
they
some
make it with yeast. It's fatty, crumbly.
and gorgeous. And the beautiful thing is now all around, especially in Turkish or Arab markets, you can buy these frozen. These are also ready. Finally, now it's time to make the eggs and the sujuk. I think it was 2 weeks ago or something. Bahar got really hungry and we were doing something meaty. So for her, I made this egg and she said it's one of the best eggs she has ever eaten or something. I'll show you why. It's unfortunately about the butter. I'm going to do the sujuk and the eggs together at the same time so that we eat them both fresh. First, we should melt the butter. We're gonna have some cheese. This is called Turkish string cheese. It's called dil peyniri. You can use mozzarella if you like, but we do it in big chunks like this. The key thing is going to be first melting the butter. We want the butter to be browned a bit. Put some cheese in, half of it in. Before the butter turns brown, I'm going to add my eggs. Then I'm putting a few of the cheese on top again. And when you're making eggs, butter is very, very essential because it has some water content to it. It doesn't float like other oils on the side, but it stays in the bottom as well, and the browning adds another flavor. Now the heat is quite up. I want the bottom to be brown very fast and yolks should be runny. And these cheese will melt in the middle. Put a bit of salt, because while it's cooking is quite important, but because it has cheese as well, I don't put too much. And then, because I have this problem on my shoulder, I want someone from the team. Come, we're going to put this into the butter. The sujuk recipe is on our channel, the most gorgeous one. But we made an easier version last year, which you can make it in 5 minutes. It's just minced meat. You put some garlic and some spices and then let it rest for a while. You wrap it in a plastic and then you put it in the fridge, and this gorgeous smelling, very healthy sujuks are ready. Look at these eggs. These are ready. Now we have to go and eat it. Yes. And here we go. Yes. These are the eggs which are ready. As you can see, bottom is brown, yolks are yellow and soft. Some are thicker. Some people, of course, always want. Now we're gonna sit down and eat.
With whom? With dost.
I went to a wedding in London of an Iranian American and British Indian couple, and we had a small, questionnaire. One was, what is the word which talks about friendship in Iranian language and Indian? And dost.
Dost?
It's toast, yeah. Everywhere toast is same. Everywhere. Let's go.
Same everywhere as well. In the middle, it's spring.
I'm surrounded with universal
Is it
people.
like-
Actually, you can eat it from the middle or get a bread like this and dip the rest like this. This is for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dip. Chop.
Oh.
Ah. Sujuk's way of eating is also like this. Always dip and always make a sandwich. Every time, so good. Hope you liked our tips. We wanted a compact and simple video this time. If you have enjoyed it, thank you guys so much. We enjoy being with you. Your support is very important. Like the video, share it with your loved ones through all kinds of media, and have a small comment. Take care.